In this video, I'll talk about how to find the center of mass of three masses which are placed at the corners of an equilateral triangle. So this is an equilateral triangle and the masses are placed at the corners. So equilateral triangle means all sides have the equal length. And if all sides have equal length, then each angle is exactly equal. That means each angle is 60 degrees. So now let's find out the center of mass. In order to find the center of mass, we need to know the positional coordinates of each mass. And here we have to find out the position of each mass with respect to this origin here. So this is x axis and this is y-axis and this is our origin, and we need to now find out the position of each masses. So yeah, we already know the position, the coordinates of this mass here. So as this is at the origin, so what are the coordinates of this m1 mass? Of course it is 0 0, right? So it is, we already know that x1 y1 means we call this as m1. So x1 y1 is the position coordinate of mass m1. Now in order to find out the position of this mass m2, we now to do a little bit math, trigonometry. So just take a look into this triangle here. So we have a perpendicular bisector here, and in this triangle this will be the y2, the y coordinate, and this will be the x coordinate. So the total length, this total length is 2 meters, and this is a perpendicular bisector. That means this one will be the 1 meter. Okay, and we already know this is a 2 meter. So now, so this length y2 would be simply equal to, if we just look into this triangle, then we can calculate y2 by using the sine 60 degree. Just take a look into this triangle. Sine 60 degree is P, which will be y2 over h, which is the hypotenuse, and that is 2 meter 2. So we can find out y2 by 2 times sine 60 degree, and 2 times sine 60 degree, if you plug in 2 times 60 degree of sine, you will get 2 times 60 degree of sine, you'll get 1.73. So I already have calculated this one, y2. And the same way we can also calculate x1 as well. The x1 in fact will be 2 times cosine 60 degree, and 60 degree of cosine times 2, it will be 1, which we already know it is 1. All right, so we now know the location of m2 mass, and now we have to find out the location of m3 mass here, and this is already known. So the x coordinate of this mass is 2. And what is the y location? The y location is 0. It does not have any length along the y-axis. So the position of this one is 2.0. So the location here of each mass is x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. It's all given here. We already found it out here now. So once the mass and the position coordinates are known, then we can use the formula for calculating the center of mass. For a discrete mass system, the x coordinate of the center of mass is given by this formula here. This is called the weighted average. I'm writing down. Weighted average. Okay. So the x center of mass is m1 x1 plus m2 x2 m3 x3 divided by all masses. And we know what is M1. The M1 is given, which is 2 kilogram. The position of X1 is 0. M2 is what? M2 is 5 kilogram. And what is X2 is already have calculated, which is 1. This is M3. It has to be M3 here. Let me make a little bit changes. This should be M3. So M3 is 7 kilogram, and X3, we know X3 is 2. And if we plug in all the values, what you get is 1.36 meter. The same way, we're going to calculate the y coordinate of the center of mass. So the same formula here, instead of X1, now we'll have Y1. Instead of X2, we'll have Y2, and X3 is now replaced by Y3. And just plug in. M1 is already known, which is 2. The Y1 is 0. Similarly, Y2 is 1.73, and Y3 is again 0. So if you plug in, what you get is 0.62 meter. So the coordinate of the center of mass will be 1.36 and 0.62 meter. And if I need to show onto this diagram, this is 1. So 1.36 will be somewhere here. And the other coordinate is 0.62. And we know that Y2 is about 0.73. So it is somehow here. So this is somewhere near here. So here the center of mass lies. Or in other words, if we have a thin rod that is placed this way, the vertically, then the entire system will be balanced. Okay, so this is it for calculating or finding out the center of mass of a discrete system. Again, if you have any questions, write down your questions in the comment section below. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe the channel.